Hello, good evening everyone. Sorry, I've neglected Instagram what feels like forever, but I'm up with a little bit of pain in my back, so I thought why the hell not do a little bit of a quick live. So this one is quite a rare one out there nowadays. It's a 132 scale Bf109 and for those who know they're Luftwaffes or Luftwaffe aircraft, this one is the second highest scoring ace, a guy called Gerhard Barkhorn, and this is his Bf109 and Mr. Barkhorn scored 301 kills, mainly on the Eastern Front against Soviet opposition, but he did actually start the war in the Battle of France and the Battle of Britain, and curiously, despite getting 301 kills, didn't get any confirmed kills in those two sort of initial how can I put it, meetings or duels, whatever way you want to put it, against the French Air Force and the Royal Air Force. So everything he literally did was on the Eastern Front, and he obviously flew the Me-109E, the F, the G, and after coming back from the Eastern Front to sort of defend the Reich, he joined a Fw-190D Dora squadron, but he was shot down and badly injured in, I think, May of 1944, and then he joined Adolf Galland's Eagles on the Me-262 and finished the war on that, again sort of hurting himself quite badly in a crash towards the end of the war in 1945. He joined the West German Air Force back in 1956 for a 10-year period as well, sort of post-war in the middle of the Cold War as well. So quite an interesting story. But a little bit about this model. This is actually up for sale if anybody fancies putting an offer in for it, because I've got way too many 132s and room is going to start becoming a bit of a problem. And as you can see, it's not, literally this is the first time I've taken it out of the box. It's absolutely mint condition. It's a lovely model. It's got detached. For anybody who's not seen the 132 German stuff or British stuff of that, it's got removable engine covers there. The cowlings come off. The rudder moves on the back here, as do the flaps and the ailerons. So yeah, it's quite good detail. And the undercarriage underneath, I haven't got my little stand with me tonight as I'm knocking down all the little fellas. There's a little, I don't know if you can see it, a little button there where you press to lock the actual undercarriage back in, so it's really sturdy. But yeah, it's a great looking model, this. Surprisingly not been done in 172 scale, but great looking aircraft. And this was originally picked up in the Model Zone sale, as you can see, so it was an absolute bargain. But these go for well over 140 quid now, and it's a great looking bit of kit. So just sort of a bit of an update really. For those who know, I've been off with an operation on my back, so I'm still a little way away from sort of getting back fully to fitness. And to make matters worse, with all this COVID situation going on, the little one he's now off school for 2 weeks plus his half term because some kids have tested positive for COVID in his class. So we've got to have COVID tests now as well, just to throw a spanner in the works. But yeah, just sort of to say what's going on with the page really. Had a little bit of a discussion today, so we are looking potentially at changing the name of the page to make it more, how can I put it, balanced rather than towards just Corgi, because if you look at what we cover all manner of manufacturers range, obviously mainly starting with Corgi and this lovely bit of kit here, but you know, including Hobbymaster, Air Force One, JC Wings, you've got IXO, Altair, Amacom, Dragon Wings, Gemini Aces, you name it. There's probably about 20 different brands of aircraft we cover. So we thought maybe we'd have something that reflects the diecast world rather than just the Corgi diecast aviation. However, if we don't find something that we want to change, then we'll keep it as is. But if you have any suggestions, please let us know. We're all ears. And Forever comes up with a great suggestion. We'd love to showcase some of your model collection on our pages as a little bit of a spread. Maybe even do a live video with you and talk a little bit about diecast. Sort of going forward, Things that I'm planning to do over the next week or two include a sort of Q&A session with Forces of Valour, one of the companies I didn't cover. I've been liaising with a gentleman called Vincent Tang, who's resurrecting Forces of Valour. So for those who don't know Forces of Valour, they are notoriously known for their armour stuff. So I mean, check them out by all means. I'm sure if you look on the post on the page, you can see a link to them. They're now owned by a company called Watersons, and they're originally run by a company called Unimax, and they're based out in Hong Kong. And they're relaunching the original Forces of Valour range with some really wicked schemes, but also some brand new tooling. So they're looking to target the F-14, F-16, F-15, Tornado, and in World War II, the first 5 releases are Zero, Corsair, Spitfire, and ME-109. Maybe I've missed one out there. Oh, Mustang as well. So they're looking to really crack on with that. Evening, Stuart. So, you know, lots going on there. So what I plan on doing, Vincent wasn't keen on appearing on camera like Noel and Michael were from Corgi and Calibre respectively. So what I'm going to do is send him a load of questions. He'll get back to me, and then what I'll do is I'll present a video, hopefully with some pictures as well, some exclusive pictures from their development phases, and talk over the questions as well. So if you've got any great questions, just drop us a message. I will put some Insta stories up and a post up on the page as well, where you can sort of lay down a few questions. The more we ask him, the better, really. I think it's a good way of liaising with a relative, I say a newcomer, but it's an old one sort of making a resurrection, I guess, and just find out what they're up to as well. And very much like sort of, you know, speaking to Noel, and, you know, he's very much all ears around ideas for future releases and whatnot. Vincent is very much into making sure that us, the collector, or the geeks in my eyes, are happy with the products they're releasing. And of course that makes complete sense, because if they want to be a success, the more units they shift, the more successful they are, the more money they've then got to reinvest in new toolings and bigger runs, etc. So it'd be a good opportunity to sort of get that right. So you've got this one, Stuart. Yeah, it's a beautiful bit of kit, isn't it? It's certainly stunning. I've got the winter ME-109G in the white with the black mottling, or I guess you can call it, or camo, and that's really, really nice. And they're real lumps of metal. They really are. To tell you all what happened, so sort of going off on one, this 2020 has been a bit of a hideous year. We had a ceiling collapse in our front room. So we live in an old Victorian house in East London, in Essex, sort of on the Essex-East London border. And we had what we call lathe plaster, and anybody's got lathe plaster, it's about 3 inches thick, weighs an absolute ton, and as soon as you get a little bit of water into it, as we had with a leak upstairs, it just falls. It fell, completely wrecked a bookcase. And what I'd done naively is to put 5 of my 132 scale aircraft up there, and they got absolutely, they're not quite wrecked, but they've needed a lot of repairs to them and patch ups. So they're not mint by any stretch of the imagination now, but I left them up on the top, and the one bit of ceiling that come down right on top of them. What's the chances of that, eh? So anyhow, we've got all that going ahead at the moment. So the front room's completely stripped out, and the plaster is in Friday, while we're all living in the kitchen, with me sort of bed bound on the settee at the moment, with the missus working in there as well, and of course now the little one with us as well. So lots going on. I hope you're all staying safe and keeping to the making sure you're wearing your masks out and about and staying safe, because it's pretty scary at the moment, especially in the UK. We've got so getting back on track. So the plan is to do a video sort of presentation, I guess, with the questions that you guys ask. We also plan on doing something with Corgi further down the line, speaking to their new lady, and I forget her name terribly. We'll be doing that at some point as well, once I've liaised with Michael. He's very busy at the moment, so obviously getting ready for 2021. This part of the year must be pretty hectic in the model industry. So he's going to be busy. He's going to be very, very tied down and now. And of course, obviously in January there'll be lots of the release, the catalogue on that, which I guess we'll cover extensively. Sort of other things as well coming up. Dan is expecting the Top Gun F-14 to come through. Hopefully that's cleared customs by now, is on his way to him, so he can do some review and some talk. I guess he'll probably do a live video on that as well. Yeah, so there's bits and pieces coming up. Of course, all the models that come through, I know Gary's got a few to cover at the weekend. All the models coming through we'll keep sort of showcasing for you all. If you've got any suggestions, please drop us a message through the direct messages, either on the Facebook page, YouTube, or on Instagram here. Yeah, that's really about it. Just sort of tell you what's going on at the moment. You know, like I said, it's a bit of a strange time because, you know, we can't get out to air shows. All the air shows pretty much this side of the pond have been, well, completely canned. We was hoping for Duxford at the end of September to go ahead, but unfortunately it didn't. And that would have been an opportunity to get around a few stalls and have a look around at probably some older stuff more than the new stuff. And usually by now I'm up into London meeting the missus for a bit of dinner every now and then, and we usually pop into Hamleys and have a look on the top floor at some of the newer models. So I haven't had a chance to do that either. So, and of course, adding the fact that I can't walk properly either at the moment, that doesn't help at all. So look, that's really about it. Just thought I'd do a bit of a catch up. Like I said, this is for sale. If anybody wants to put an offer in for it, they're more than welcome. And that's really about it. Look, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed a little short ranting and raving from myself. As ever, I just want to say, like, obviously thanks for all the support. It's really appreciated. When we started this little page, you know, it was only a case of just taking a few pictures of our collections and putting them online and going from there. And to get to over 15,000 followers on Instagram is nothing short of outrageous. But if anybody's got any tips how to grow the YouTube channel, then please let me know, because that just don't seem to go anywhere. Yeah, but that's really about it, guys. Like I said, if you do come up with some ideas for the name of the page, that'd be brilliant. Let Josh drop us a message or post on a page, whatever's easier. And that's it from me. Look, stay safe, and I'll speak to you all soon. All the best.